All right, a very wonderful moment to you wherever you are. Welcome. This is Touch Point, and right on this show, it's usually a no holds bar conversation that border on your interests and, of course, the faith of our dear country, Nigeria. My guest on the program today is a seasoned politician, a technocrat, and of course, one man who served at some point as the chairman of Adebutu local government in Ogun State. He's on this show today in his capacity as the chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Ogun State. His name is Chief Abayomi Tella. Chief, it's good to have you on the show.
That's one. Thank you for having me. Quite a number of time.
It's been a long
Sure,
time.
yeah.
Now, let's start this way. So many things about you. You also chose to further your academic pursuit. Let's start from there. Why are you particular about going to get PhD? Is it really necessary for you?
Well, it depends on how you look at it. I mean, education, yeah, it keep you going, it keep you, your brain refreshed. And aside that, you see, pursuit of DR is not just for fun. It takes a lot of efforts. But I didn't have it easy ab initio. I'm supposed to have done all of this maybe some 10 years ago. But my education in the start was very, a lot of up and down. But I made up my mind that I'm going to get to the pinnacle of education. And that's why the pursuit is very, very necessary. And I choose LASU to do it.
Oh, wow.
I did my master's in LASU, and I'm doing my PhD there now.
Wow. Now, after PhD, what next?
Well, when we get to the bridge, we'll cross it. But I do know that once Desmond could address me in our next interview as Dr. Abayomi Tella, I think I'm fulfilled.
Oh, okay. So, but won't you be much more fulfilled if professor is associated to your name?
Because I wouldn't go through academics. I'm sorry. I love the job so much. But I know by virtue of my roles, business, I won't be permitted to go into lecturing. And if you can't lecture, you can't be a professor.
Are you sure you don't want to teach? Because I know you well enough to know that you're greatly endowed when it comes to impartation of knowledge.
Yeah, along the line, I've chosen a path. And that part is now to, engage youths. And, I'm father of girls.
Mm-hmm.
So engage girls' child. By way of that engagement, I can interact with them at all points in time. I prefer to do all of that. And as time goes on, I will look at a program I can put on ground that will be helpful to those two categories. So I'll prefer to do that than go into the classroom.
All right. You are the chairman of PDP. Let's come talk politics right now. I'd like you to take a look at the state of things. PDP, when you served as chairman of Adebutu local government and now. What do you say to it? In terms of organization, in terms of positioning, and in terms of making impact in the life of the ordinary Nigerian?
Well, this is a perfect question, and I would like to give a perfect answer. You see, when I serve as council chairman at Adebutu local government under His Excellency Otumba Daniel, there's what we call orderliness. In that party, there is discipline. And aside that, you have an oracle who believes in collective responsibility. At every point in time, a decision is making via contacting the people, considering the effect on it, negative or positive on the part of the people. All of that are embedded in that system then. Well, but you cannot blame the way it is now, because it's not the same now. And we are just trying to reshape. That's why I said in my last interview that PDP needs to be, reshaped and rebuilt. And that we're doing now. You see, we have gone through a lot of turbulent water. And that really affected the party. No doubt about it. The time of Buruji, the late Buruji, may so rest in perfect peace. Mm-hmm. Quite a number of issues. Daniel, Ladi at a point in time, not being on the ballot, so many things. You go to Supreme Court and have almost 21 cases, all on this party. Everybody is just going to the court and returning. And when you keep doing that, people will start to be worried. And I think that really affected the party a lot. Coupled with the fact that quite a number of indiscipline now begin to, happen within the party. That's really affected us. But so far, so good. We are able to begin to reposition it. Because when I took over as the state chairman, it wasn't that bad again. Some certain level of normalcy has returned to the party. So what I need to do then is to rebuild on that. And that I am doing. Trust me, wherever I am, I keep telling my people that, look, call me small body, but I have a lot of big engine. You cannot just come in with indiscipline where I'm seated. There must be orderliness. And I'm sure that we can rebuild this party and reframe it back to what we used to know. I can't deny that I'm an OGDist. And if you go through the school of thought of OGD, quite a number of us playing politics today are, from that school of thought. And you will see that traces in us that, look, they do things rightly. Now that we are in charge, we are going to reposition the party for people to have more belief in it like it was during those era.
You speak to OGD's sagacity. I could observe you even describe him as an oracle. Why are you not on the same page now? He's in APC and you are in PDP. Is that not a test of loyalty? Why didn't you go with him to the APC?
Well, like I told you, you see, he believed in collective responsibility. While he was going, all of us were called. I don't want to make open here on air why he allowed me to be. But the truth of the matter is that tomorrow I still talk to him, not on politics, but as a beloved boss who gave you advice at every point in time, irrespective of your party affiliation. And that remains, and that will remain. You see, at this age, you know how old I was while I was council chairman, and possibly the youngest council chairman at that point in time in that storming water of Adebutu local government. But I was able to survive because I have his backing, I have his advices, and I listened to it, and I added my brain into it, and it worked. Today, I make bold to say I'm one of the best chairman that local government has ever produced, if not the best. Now, coming out to this situation that we had, I just asked this question. Well, it is just my decision not to join the All Progressive Congress at that time.
I didn't get that.
It is just my own decision.
Yes.
Not to join All Progressive Congress when...
Did you say on-progressive or all?
All.
Oh, okay. I wanted to be sure. I wanted to be sure.
No, I don't want to deregister that party.
Okay.
All Progressive Congress, I said. I think it's a personal decision. And at that point in time, it got to do with my region. I have somebody contesting who was very, very sure that he could win the election at that time to break the course on that particular region. And I explained to him, sir, I'm sorry. I am a figure in that region, no matter what it takes. People respect my opinion as one of the youngest political leaders in that place. I am one of the people who fought tooth and nail for GNI to get it. He doesn't get it. Now, this is coming. My party wasn't on ballots. The only thing I can do for that region at that point in time is to join them to see the guy through. And that is the only reason. And in his usual manner, he doesn't enforce anything on you. He doesn't impose anything on you. His decisions, he only canvass it. If you go by it, fine. If you don't, you are still friends. See, today, if I am anywhere where 1,000 or 2,000 people are gathered and I land somewhere there, I'll find my way there to say hello, sir, and come back. Because I still benefit from his wealth of experience. It has kept me going in politics. And in my educational line, OGD is one of the reasons why I have to pursue education very, very hard. Because he believes in it. So, we don't have issues at all, but our political parties are different.
Some people might even assume that given this level of regards that you have for OGD, that you probably might be holding forth for him in PDP in case he wishes to come back. Is there any possibility of OGD ever coming back to PDP?
Well, I will be happy if he does, but as of today, he's a senator under All Progressive Congress. And let me tell you this straight away. OGD that He believed, whatever he's doing, he believes so much in it. And he will have, go through a lot of research and what have you before he venture into anything. Well, Governor Adebutu today is a product of PDP. Former Governor Amosu is a product of PDP. Otunba Daniel is a product of PDP. And if you recollect, there's one picture circulating virally at a point in time. You will see Daniel first, Amosu followed, Dapo followed. Unfortunately, they did not allow me to follow them. If you look at that trend, that's the way they all become governors. Whichever way, they become governors. What that means is that they are still PDP, but they look for platform to go and become whatever they want to become. So if tomorrow the three of them decide to come back, they are welcome home. It's still their home.
There's this speculation that OGD is not appreciated well enough in APC, particularly by the incumbent governor, given his role and contributions to the emergence of the governor. Are you privy to this issue, and what's your take if you are?
Well, like I told you, I don't discuss politics with Otunba Daniel. We don't belong to the same party. I'm just hearing this for the first time. I'm not privy to whatever that is happening. But what I do know is that Governor Adebutu become governor the first tenure because OGD wholeheartedly supported him and mobilized for him across the nook and cranny of Ogun State. If anything has changed, then that's politics. So I wish them well.
Now let's talk more about PDP, your party.
Yeah.
Now, when you took over, there was again some issues between you and Honorable Sikulai Ogundele. I had a conversation with him over this, and then I'm going to speak more to that. But your emergence seemed to have forced him out of the party because, of course, we saw the picture of him visiting the governor, perhaps preparatory to official decamping to the APC. How did that come to you?
Well, let's pick it one by one. Let me now throw it back to you. Could it be that my emergence as state chairman of PDP in Ogun State prompted the Delta State governor to cross?
Unfortunately, I don't have an answer. You don't have the anchor. So
okay, good. If you don't have an answer, then better then. First and foremost, let me tell you categorically here that politics is politics. Honorable Ladi Adebutu did 2 tenure as state chairman. He can't possibly do 3rd tenure. The constitution of PDP does not allow that. So what that means is that it cannot be because of the fact that I emerged and that's why he left. No.
Okay.
Far from it. And let me re-emphasize. I want to affirm and reaffirm that Dr. Ladi Adebutu remain one of my best friends, politically and outside politics, even now. Even now.
Really?
Yeah, even now. Well, I saw the pictures going viral, the meeting with His Excellency President Abayomi. Well, it's a season of cross-carpeting. So people know how to do that best. You know me, I've been in PDP, I remain in PDP, I will remain in PDP until I succeed in PDP. And that's what's going to happen. And I give it to him. He's been in this party for a long time. He hasn't crossed like other people. Because I saw some of his colleagues that they cross together. Those are permanent crossers. They keep crossing. Once, I don't want to go into that. So I will be, I don't want to be Igbo there. Now, for Honorable Ladi Adebutu, I still don't believe he's going to the APC. Because I know what he believes. He believes about the upliftment of life of the people of Ogun State. And he has granted interviews severally to condemn the party. Not based on principle. Not because he's just condemning them, but because of their policies that is anti-people. So I will be wondering, that's why I said I've not been able to see him. I was on vacation and I was on my way to the United States and Lati is in London. I call him to stop over in London because I actually want to spend like 2 days in London before I started going. I called him and he told me he has left London back to Nigeria. Okay. When I come back, I'll see you. When I come back, I have a lot to do in school. I've not been able to, get connected to him. I still want to go and meet him because I don't believe he's actually going to APC. Mm-hmm. Because if he's going to APC, he will have a lot of things to tell the people of Ogun State, particularly his own constituents, based on what he knows about that party. If you don't know that much about that party and now go in there, what are you going to tell the people? Mm. But I don't want to preempt him. And I've not seen, yes, anybody can do meeting with the governor. Tomorrow, the governor, if there's a reason for me to meet the governor, for example, an issue is coming up from Agba and I'm nominated, come on, I'll go there. He's governor of Ogun State today, yeah? I will go there. That does not mean I am, crossing to his party. So I still believe maybe that's just a mere meeting until I see him actually decamping and confirming it. If he does, then I wish him well. But it will not be left to him, his words, and people of Ogun State.
There are so many big wigs that left the party. If Sikiru Ogundele also leaves, and obviously he will be living with those who believe in him, how much negative effect now, would that again have on your party?
Well, let's be truthful here. If I leave the party today, the party will feel that, Tella leave, right? But don't forget, there are several tellers in Adodota that because I'm here, they are not imagining. Once I leave, my brother, you won't feel my impact. They will cover the gap. They may not cover it entirely in the first instance, but with time, they will cover it up. Like I tell people, you see so many governors leaving, blind crossing, they have reasons why they are leaving. I don't want to go into all of that, fine, yeah? But is that governor the most popular in that state? Some of these governors just have opportunity. Take away the paraphernalia of office from them. They can't win elections. So many variables will come together to work in their favor and becoming governor. My governor in Ogun State is not the best man for the job in Ogun State, but, because God wants him to be there, he is there. Does it make him the best man in Ogun State, the best brain in Ogun State, or the best political icon in Ogun State that can make things happen? No. Some of these people are not even grassroots people. They are just lucky maybe because one Baba is somewhere that, navigate them and all of that. You and I know, I've been in this game for over 30 years. And that means, if it's over 30 years, then that means I am there when I was in the teen years. Which means that the rudiment of politics must be here, full. But I haven't gotten the opportunity of having somebody say, Tella is there, yeah, let's move. Maybe because of resources, maybe because of zoning, maybe because of, the right opportunities that you can come, that you can grab. So all of this crossing, for me, is no big deal. All we just need to do is to sit back, go back to the drawing board, re-strategize, and begin to look at it one by one and block. Trust us now, we'll get there. We will.
Let's take a look at 2027.
Yeah.
Your party seem to be in disarray, both at the national and in Ogun. I mean, how do you reconcile both?
Let me correct an impression straight away. The party in Ogun State, for the first time in a very long time, is enjoying what we call permanent peace.
Wow.
Yes. Permanent peace. Ogun State is out of it. We are ready for election tomorrow. Without the fear of facing Federal High Court, Court of Appeal, Supreme Court. No, so that is the first Congress that was free, fair, and peaceful. And we are enjoying that. Now, to the national. You see, don't get something wrong. This is not Nwashuku and Co. Limited. It's a political party.
Correct.
Where you have all sorts of interest in the same center where activities evolves. If that happen, therefore, yeah, then means that I want to be this, you want to be this, he want to be this, she want to be this. And where you have multiple interests, there's bound to be reactions, negative and positive.
Right.
The ability to now manage both, to then navigate the party to the promised land is another thing. But I can assure you that the last neck, PDP for the first time was able, and don't, please, so if every other party has their own problem. PDP has always been the party that have an internal mechanism to settle their problems. When you think the boat is going to sink, the boat will come back again, gallant. And that's what happened. The neck has buried all hatchets. Every gladiator has come to the term that, look, this party must not die. We have to move. They buried their hatchets. They are all together now. I'm moving. Don't forget, I'm a member of NEC. If I'm talking to you about it, I am very authoritative about it.
Sure, I know.
So as it were today, PDP is settled. Our differences is settled. We are moving past it. We are going straight to convention, where we will now seal our success in 2027 going forward.
Talking about going forward, the coalition, the ADC now, a number of major big wigs, let me say big wigs in your party are part of that coalition. Isn't that going to affect your capacity to maneuver going forward to 2027?
Sincerely speaking, this is part of politics, and that's why it's called democracy. There will be reason for people to be disgruntled about some certain reasons. Some people might think that PDP is not doing well, their faith begin to shrink, and because of that, they want to move. Whatever they are doing now, they are only warehousing themselves. They are going to ADCO, they are going to ADA, they are going to this, they are building a warehouse where they can be together for negotiation going forward. Because whether we like it or not, there is need for coalition. But let me tell you for free, the only party in Nigeria that you can call opposition that will be expecting people to come and do coalition with is PDP. And you ask me why?
Why?
Every nook and cranny of Nigeria, there's no polling unit in Nigeria where you don't have structure of PDP there. Is it the same with ADC? Is it the same with ADA? Okay, ADA is not even registered yet. So whether you like it or not, PDP is the party to beat. And I was talking to a friend earlier today, and I told him, wait, let's finish our convention. All those people who go on pilgrimage will return back home. Yeah.
You're that confident?
I am very, very confident. Because that place is not their place. And if they are true politicians, they know that they are sitting on a time bomb.
The people said of that of APC at some point that
the difference between APC coalition at that point in time and this is that, don't forget, the president Pibat was holding ACN, correct? Is it ACN or what's the party? Yeah, I think it's ACN. Structure. He brought it to the table. Former President Buhari was holding CPC, he brought it to the table. Okay, these people forming coalition now, which structure of parties do they bring to the table to form the coalition? You cannot build something on nothing. So it's not an exercise in futility. Don't get me wrong, but it's part of policy to warehouse your people so that they don't begin to scatter. Let them warehouse them there. At the right time, they will come to the center. I'm not against coalition. It's a way to go in politics. If you love the people of Nigeria today, you should not be opposed to coalition. But the way and manner to do it must be structured. You must be able to bring something to the table. How can you say PDP should go and join a party? A party who does not have... Bro, I don't want to talk about it.
It's all right. Now, let's quickly come back to Ogun State.
Okay.
First, let me go to talk about one major challenge you're likely going to face.
Okay.
It's been speculated that Hon Ladi Adebutu will want to run for governorship again under your party. There's this fear that if he shows interest, some other people might decide to pull out because he's likely going to have the ticket once he shows interest. How do you intend?
Some other people like who? I want to get clear so that I can know my best answer.
Now, some other members of the party who also have governorship interest, but feels that, okay, Ladi has done it a number of times, so let him relax while we allow some other persons to try. So the fear is, if he shows interest, he's likely going to have it because he's said to be the one funding the party.
Well, I think I need to reintroduce myself to you. Maybe you have forgotten who I am. I'm a grassroots politician. And I have never disconnected with people in terms of my politicking. I am always connected. So my ears are always on ground. Under my leadership as the state chairman of this party in Ogun State, I'm able to tell you that up till now, I have not seen anyone from any region that is aspiring to be governor. I'm still waiting for them. If they come tomorrow, they are welcome. And if you now have a politician who said, because Abayomi Tella want to be governor of Ogun State in party PPP, then me, Nwachuku, I have to go away from that party. Who are you? You are a lily liver. So we want to give you governorship ticket, you are a lily liver. A lily liver doesn't do this business.
And they could be scared that there might not be level playing ground.
You're a politician. You create level playing ground. Do you know you have to create level playing ground for yourself? So the umpire will be forced to do. But if you are dying, if you are already killing yourself before death appear, who are you? So as far as I'm concerned, it is not right for anybody to think that way. If anybody thinks that way, it's not a genuine member of the party. It's not. Whoever that is aspiring and he knows that he's not just coming to be a mole like some other did in the past, or to be an instrument of destruction from another corner, he should be bold enough to create. Did you know what Ladi that you just mentioned I went through before we get to this level? In terms of effort and resources. But because he was consistent, here he is. So it then means when you are hearing it, because you are a journalist, you are privy to so many informations. It then means some people are now fearing him that, no, this guy has arrived. But they are forgetting where he was coming from. So if anybody wants to match that level, he should start. He should. Let me give you a quick example. Did you ever imagine that a governor that Abayomi will emerge under Amosun?
No, certainly not. Nobody believed that.
But today
Nobody
is
saw
governor.
it coming, yes.
So whoever that tells you they want to be governor in PDP, let them come. They should not be afraid of Ladi. They should do their own while Ladi is doing his own. When we get to the bridge, then we'll cross it.
But has Ladi indicated interest to run?
Of course, yes. He didn't hide that. He's been everywhere.
But have you bothered to take a look at your statistics? I mean, your the situation, the analysis,
Like,
given the fact that he's going to be running from Remo, and we have a governor from Remo who's done 8 years. Will his candidacy be sellable to the people of Ogun State?
First and foremost, he's not running from Remo. He's running from Akile Ejebu, and that's Odogbolu. I just gave you an information, so take that home. Now, to your second question.
Yes.
I want to give you a pure analysis and a sincere one as regards PDP Ogun State. As an opposition, you have to take solace in your stronghold. Today, PDP's stronghold is Ogun East. Don't forget the last election. Go and look at the performance. And without prejudice, let me say here that the last election, we felt we won that election, and it was, wave of us. But that's in the past now because the court affirmed that we did not win. Okay, that's right. but the people knows they voted for us. Today, with what is happening in this country and particularly Ogun State, Ladi is the bride. He is. And you will discover by going forward from 2026, he will be the poster boy here. Now, because my party, that's my party stronghold, and he's coming out for governor, he's the only one showing interest now. He should be considered. It then means I have a take home. I will now come back to Central. I have a local government center the last time. I will now begin to work on how to get 1, 2, 3, 4 more. How do I lose Adebutu? Did I lose Adebutu? How? But that tsunami, the way, all of that are experience that you have to put together and strategize. And let me tell you something. The present crop of state working committee are not just there for fun. We task ourselves every day on how to win the 2027 election. And we have leaders who are steadfast on the same ship. So I can assure you, at the end of the day, whoever come to be governor, they are welcome. Whoever win the primary, have my ticket. And when they do have the ticket, we are going to back them full with the strategy of the party to ensure that we win the election.
The immediate past chairman of your party in the state, Hon Ladi Adebutu, as well as Hon Ladi Adebutu's running mate in the last election, at different times, said he would have been a disaster if he had won the election. And they also described him as a sport boy, they so call him.
I want to believe he's all ready to be governor. He's just using the name of the party to siphon money from his father. And I looked at him and said, can I continue to be with this person? This person that is still going to his father's on weekly basis to collect allowance, feed money like a 2-year-old or a 5-year-old child. It's on weekly basis going home to collect allowance. It's got no viable business.
Put all of this, have you ever had reason to do a review of their positions? These are people who also work closely with him. Is it about his interest, the PDP interest, or the interest of the generality of the people of Ogun State?
Is for the interest of the people of generality of the people of Ogun State. But let me refer back to that your is it quote or assertion? You are quoting
wrong with anyone.
Okay. Desmond, I plead with you. Create a time. Get more professional to yourself, like yourself. Because you have gone through the length and breadth of this country. I know quality of people you have engaged. Please, get more professionals. Go and engage Hon Ladi Adebutu for 1 hour. I don't want to go into that their speculation. Then you will get the answer there. As for Hon Ladi Adebutu, I don't really, I've spoke a little bit. I don't want to dwell about whatever he says. You see, yourself and I, when we are friends today, tomorrow anything could happen. We are no longer friends. But by my own background training and culture, I only say things that are truth about you. I will not do because I'm now going to enjoy another benefit anywhere. The one I've been enjoying heavily here. Because I'm now going to enjoy it another place, then I will now begin to, describe Desmond Nwachukwu as a bad type. Unfortunately for these people, those who you are going to meet there, they know you have an issue before you come. If you now start talking ill of the person you have been with, it's left to you. On the former deputy governorship candidate, I don't really want to talk much about it, but he was with Amosun. He left. What happened? Conduct an interview and ask him. You should tell the people of Ogun State. He came into Ladi's camp. I was giving waiver. The deputy governor that was there was dropped for him. And he was given the slot. If what he said now is true, then now ask him in your interview. What happened? Now that is moving to Governor Adebutu, I can only tell Governor Adebutu to beware. That's all.
Okay, quite interesting. I'll leave the conversation on Hon Ladi Adebutu with this question. And that question is, why do you think he is good enough for the people of Ogun State?
First and foremost, he's very, if you are close to him, he's very passionate about this state. By virtue of the philanthropist nature of his family, is embedded in him. And now you can see, without being anywhere, governor, what have you, I can tell you he has given this state over 1,400 transformers. He's still activating it very soon. When you engage him, please go for that interview and ask him this question directly. You will be in good position to express why. Because let me ask you a question. Whether you like it or not, there's no way you run campaign, you run elections without involving resources, correct?
Correct.
He has run it now 1, 2, 3. If you win that election tomorrow and spend 8 years, can he recover all the money he has spent? He can't. But you see the seal to serve the people. Yeah, you see that seal to serve the people in him. And the people of Ogun State are seeing that. And that's why I'm telling you. And that's why he was said to have won the last election. But people actually come out and vote for him en masse. Yeah, you can only deceive the people once. And I keep telling people, not even Lagos State voters are sophisticated as that of Ogun State. If you like, go and give them billions. They will do what they will do to you on the day of election. Mr. Governor is a sitting governor. He lost even his ward. He lost his local government. He lost his central district. Then go and check. There's something special about the man when you leave the governor to follow him. That's a quality I want to have.
Now, that quality seemed to be lacking in your senatorial district that has been clamoring to be governor over the years. How do you see it?
It's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. We have a couple of opportunities and we throw it off. Well, I've always told God Almighty that in your infinite mercy, please come and erase this curse on us. Because we have 2 clear chances and we throw it off. 2 very clear chances and we threw it off. And as of today, the other senatorial districts are sick and tired of us. That's the truth. You can spend billions. That confidence may not be there. But I know with time, we will get off the course and go back on the right track. I can only pray. But having said all of that, you see, you have a lot of people who can be governor there. But at the God-appointed time, it will happen.
Isn't 2027 a possibility with a Yayi who is said to be coming to break that course? Do you see him?
Well, Yayi is not in my party and I don't want to talk about him. But I haven't seen anybody from my region, from PDP, that wants to be governor. As far as I am concerned, Senator Adela Yayi is not in my party and I don't want to talk about him at all.
Is it not going to be a threat to your prospective candidate?
Threat in what instance? Look, I just told you now that the voters in Ogun State are very sophisticated. There is an adage in Yoruba that say, Owan for Abusha Budalejo. My English is not too good though. You know what I mean? I didn't do mistake.
Even these ones that you've been speaking, right? Okay.
So as far as I'm concerned, I don't know what kind of threat you are talking about. But when it comes to politics, people of Ogun State are wiser. You have to bread the now. Bro, leave that matter. When we get to the bridge, we cross it.
It's okay now. As we begin to round up, PDP in Ogun State under your leadership, what are you doing differently?
Well, first and foremost, like I started with, I said, where there's no discipline, there will be no control of the soul of the party. Discipline at every point in time is being inserted. The party is being, rebuilt. And we keep giving confidence to our people that this is the party to beat in our next elections. And beside that, we have been strategizing and mobilizing people to ensure that some of our mistake in the last elections doesn't repeat itself. Above all, even when you have twins that come from the same womb, they will still have issues within themselves. It's not the issues that matter, it's the ability to, sort the issues. Then that beckons on the leadership of the party, which I am heading. And by virtue of my experience as a party person, as somebody who has served in government, I think we've deployed all of that. And like I told you, I was lucky. I am lucky to have people who has a lot of experience in the Elders Council and in the State Working Committee. We are always working together to ensure that we reconcile ourselves as much as possible to go to the next elections in unity. Because in unity lies every strength that targets victory. There's no unity. We saw it in 2011. That's what took it away from us. And I think that is not going to happen by the grace of God under my own leadership. We're going to ensure that we try as much as possible to reconcile ourselves and ensure that we give the right mental alertness to our people to work hard and, tolerate themselves. Look, this is politics. It's only when we do it rightly that the people of Ogun State will be happy with us again. And they've been complaining, they need us now to break the yoke and ensure that we achieve success come 2027. So, to me, it's doable. Very, very doable.
You have a by-election coming up. How prepared are you?
We are prepared. We are very prepared.
So what are your chances?
But you know that's our stronghold. It's our stronghold because our people believe in us there. So we are going to win the election. We are going to win. Whatever that happened during the governorship election has happened, that has gone. It won't repeat itself. It's not going to repeat itself. It is not going to repeat itself.
What exactly are you talking about? What happened?
You see, if you remember very well, in Shagam local government, almost 99 polling units were burned. We will avoid it. It won't happen. If those votes were counted, because we believe the people voted for us there. So, in the coming election, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
All right, let's round up. What's your word for the people of Ogun State?
Well, to the good people of Ogun State, I want to say that, yes, I plead with you to endure. It's just for a while. Yes, it's not been easy. There is hunger in the land everywhere. Our infrastructure is nothing to write home about. I will go to some certain schools and you see that this is so bad for Ogun State, where Obayomi Tella was produced, the like of MK Abiola was produced, BC Onabanjo was produced, and lately Professor Yemi Oshibajo. But then you have the right now to compare and contrast the PDP government of then and the APC government of now. And I think you have the answer. The answer is that they have not measured up to your standard. We offer ourselves to give you more than what we gave you while we're in government. We need your support at all points in time. Our house is in order. That has been your complaint. Our house is in order. We're going to move united to the election. Join us. Let's do it together so that we can reposition Ogun State for better. Thank you, and God bless all of you.
I want to thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. That's the size of the package. You've been viewing our conversation with the not too youthful chairman of PDP in Ogun State, Chief Abayomi Tella. So we'll see you again next time. My name is Desmond Wachukwuba.